COVID-19 is a crisis. We're seeing it escalate. We're seeing our hospitals getting filled. We're seeing doctors and healthcare workers overwhelmed. We need to encourage everybody to get vaccinated. It's the number one thing that we know works. It keeps hospitalizations out. We need to do everything we can to motivate, encourage folks to get vaccinated. We need to encourage people to wear a mask when they're in public. We need to encourage people when they're sick to get tested and stay home. We need to encourage those who are exposed to quarantine and follow those guidelines. We also need to encourage people to stay engaged with what's going on. There's nothing that prevents you from wearing a mask today or making that decision for your family or your children. But there's a letter of the law out there that says we can't do this. I think we need to follow the letter of the law at this point and continue to encourage and push, set up vaccination stations, hand out masks, do whatever it takes to encourage people to do the right thing.
What law says we can't do this?
State legislature.
What law? There's no law that says we can't do this.
The proviso
The
prohibits
proviso
us.
does not say we can't do this.
Well,
I read it word for word yesterday for the press. It does not say we can't do this. If in fact you decide not to support this, you're making that decision affirmatively is not in violation of state law. Under any reasonable interpretation, and that will be decided. I believe there'll be a lawsuit filed today to that effect. But this is not in violation of state law. Do not use it as a decision to vote against this ordinance. And yes, everything you said prior to that is correct. We should be doing everything we can around vaccinations and vaccination education, and we are doing that. The city is doing it as much as any city in the country. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about children who are under 12 years old who cannot be vaccinated, and the men and women who are charged with their care and their education. Who will stand up to protect them? Mr. Davis.